Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me or not. Quite frankly, just I'm tidying. That's all. Just thought I'd stick the camera on while I was tidying. Hey guys, I've got no chat up, so I can't see whether I'm chatting or not. I'm just messing around like you do. Morning, Richard. Morning, Scala. Morning, Derek. Running late? No, mate, not at all. Right, so I'm guessing I've got a bit of audio. It'll probably be really crappy, but that's kind of life at the moment. And that music in the background is going to annoy the crap out of you all as well. So let's pull that down a bit. Right, hopefully you can still hear me. Who knows? But yeah, just got to start. I don't know which camera one I'll go for that one. Got to start making some space. Just compacting stuff down a bit. Kind of getting ready for, you know, the impending doom that's coming. So yeah, I'm just sort of trying to sort things out a bit, really. And I thought I would just stick the camera on while I was at it. I'm actually using, Richard, I'm using standard OBS with that plugin that you found the thing for the other day. So I'm on Google Hangouts running through YouTube using the camera settings. So I'm using OBS camera. So although I'm on Google Hangouts and all that malarkey, so the theory is people could actually join if they wanted. I'm not sure whether you. Yeah, it says I'm broadcasting. Let me have a little look, see if I can find a link. Yeah, God, it's been a while since I've been in here, guys. I tell you, too long. In fact, it's been too long since I've done anything. That's the YouTube page. I don't want that. What I want is a link so people can join, don't I? Oh, do you know I'm getting old? Forgetting how to do stuff. Do you love the name for the new place? I couldn't think of anything better. Although I am open to suggestions. But yeah, it just sort of came to me. Where do I create a link? Come on, brain. Go to there. No, let's create a link. Add people, that'll be the big one, won't it? So we can click on that. Right, go on that. Copy. And that, oh God, you know, I am so rusty at doing this kind of thing. Right, go to there. Go to there. Do that. I'm going to turn this music off. This is annoying the crap out of me. Just bear with me. Let's do a remove. Yes, there we go. That's got rid of that crap in the background. So yeah, if anybody wants to join, there you go. That's your Google Hangouts link I've just stuck up on the screen. If anyone wants to bob in and say hi, they're more than welcome to. I will be moving around the room. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see possibly what I'm doing a bit in the room while I'm doing it. But basically, just a massive tidy up. Trying to make some sense out of some stuff, really. So yeah, there we go. So I hope you can hear me all right. I don't even know what mic I'm using because I really can't get my head around this. I think I'm using the mic on one of me audio input. What am I using? Properties. Default. So I'm using the default audio input on that one. And on that one, I am using... Right, so I'm using the webcam audio. So I will remove that one, like that. Yes. So there we go. We've just got one lot of audio. So turn that up a bit like that. Hopefully you can hear me still. Somebody could actually say something on the chat. That would be brilliant, because that would mean I know what I'm doing. So yeah, just a mass tidy up. A lot of thinking about where stuff's going to go, what I'm going to do with it. Because as you well know, I'm downsizing a fair bit room-wise. So yeah, things have to just be compacted down. Have I got a date yet? You've seen the photographs of the area, haven't you, Richard, where it's going to go? The shed is actually coming. Oh, well, you shouldn't be driving and listening to me. You're undoubtedly going to crash. I have a date for the shed coming is a week on Monday is when the shed's actually coming. But once I get it and it gets put up, because we've paid for it to be professionally put together, I've then got to king span it all inside. I've got to then board it out. I've then got to get the electrics to it. I've got all the cabling in place. It all runs back to the house. All I need to do is to get a consumer unit inside the shed, and then a shed load of plugs in and some lights in. And then I'm going to be kind of where I want to be. And then I can start moving the shelving in, getting the shelving where I want it, and kind of working on from there. But at the moment, I mean, hopefully, if it comes a week on Monday, I will be able to do the work in the evenings during the week, which will mean 2 weeks today, I should be in, set up, sorted, walls done, lighting in. Lighting wise, I'm kind of thinking, because I'm in a much smaller space, I'm thinking about getting some LED strip lights and get very bright ones and get those up in the roof. So although it's not going to be a very natural light, it will be very bright in there, and it means that any videos that I attempt to do in there will be done with a lot of light, rather than fanning about with all these lights I have all over the place, like there and there and there and there and there, and just go to having a lot of overhead stuff. Oh, you don't want to see me anymore, do you? What is the internet like? Well, the thing is, Richard, my plan is that I'm going to, I'm backwards. I need to reverse myself. Oh, now then, hang on. I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Just bear with me. I'm just going to try something. I might disappear for a minute. Don't panic, anybody. Right, hopefully I'm back. Am I back? I have a blank screen. Oh, God. Oh, God. I should be back on. I've got to be back on. I can see myself. Oh, no. Stand by, everybody. This could be terribly bad. Have I got any audio or anything, or have I just lost everything? Ah, aha, I have you back. I used to think I do. Oh, I'm going, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm going. I'm here, then I'm not here, then I'm here, then I'm not here, then I'm here, then I'm not here. Hopefully I'm the right way around now. What I'm hoping to do, Richard, if you can now hear me.
Sorry, I'm watching the delay between what I'm saying to you and the stream, which is quite long at the moment. What I'm planning to do is, as you know, the internet I have at the moment is this SIM, which is in a router, which is through in a room through there that you can't see. I will take that up with me, and I will have that router up in that room. So it will just be a matter of hoping I get a decent signal up there. I will be testing that before I move it up, and making sure I do get a good signal. I should do. There should be no reason why I can't get a cracking signal up there, and then that just apart from the forest either side of me. But then hopefully I can just have that router in the room, and then it'll just be booming, and it'll all be good and fantastic and marvelous, which is what I want it to be. But we'll have to wait and see. And if it isn't, I will then route it via other means. I shall stick it in a Tupperware container up on a pole with a cable coming out of it. God, I could do that, couldn't I? And then a cable coming into the shed, and then do it that way. But that's the plan. Hello, 6 people watching. You really have nothing better to do on a Saturday than watch me tidy a room. So yeah, basically that's what I'm doing. Seriously, if anybody wants to join the hangout, please do, because it would be nice if somebody else did some talking rather than just me. Because apart from anything else, it's going to get incredibly boring watching me tidy a room up. Because it would be nice if somebody else did some talking rather than just me. Because apart from anything else, it's going to get incredibly boring watching. Oh, that's me talking about me. Right, okay, so we'll have to leave that turned off. But yeah, by all means, guys, join, say hello. You know, come in, take the pressure off. I don't know how long I'll be on for, to be honest, because if I get too carried away with what I'm doing, I won't be talking to anybody. Few little updates. I've had a little bit of problems with the 8M, but that is entirely my fault. It is through trying to use 2 different filaments that print at different temperatures, and that is an issue. So anybody thinking about getting dual extruders into one hot end, make sure that you're putting the same, if you're using PLA, ABS, PETG, whatever, make sure you're using the same company filament that works at the same temperatures and everything's the same, because otherwise you will get clogs, you will get issues with a bit of under extrusion with one filament rather than another, la-di-da, la-di-dee. So the best thing to do, stick with 2 of the same brand, same quality of filament, bang those in, then you won't have the issues that I had yesterday when I tried to start a print going at lunchtime, and I came back to find that one color had printed and the other color hadn't. So it was almost like I was getting, best way to describe it, I was getting, it looked like under extrusion, because I was doing a gradient print from one color to another. So the more that the second color came in, because it needed a higher temperature to print, it wasn't coming through as well, which meant it looked like I was getting massive under extrusion. Morning, Jake. Good to see you, mate. So yeah, if you're going to go down getting 2 filaments, make sure that they all run at the same temperature. They have the same kind of thing. The Prusa is now working like an absolute dream. I don't know whether any of you knew I'd had some issues with it. I know Derek and Richard knew. I basically, because I've got so many other machines, I just chucked it to one side and forgotten about it. Because I had so many other things to be working on. The issue with it, I had probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours with Shane from Prusa. Oh, afternoon, Ben. It is afternoon now. Yes, it is afternoon, Ben. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're feeling better, buddy, because I know you've not been very well. I know you've caught something off Tom, probably, at the show. It's entirely possible. Where was that? Yeah, there was an issue with the Prusa. I'd spent ages trying to sort it out. Ian had been trying to help me out with it. Tom had been trying to help me out with it. I wasn't having a great deal of luck. I got hold of Shane from Prusa. You'll know Shane. He's on forums and also has a YouTube channel. Shane from Prusa, real nice guy. I managed to catch him when he was online, actually doing his support, but he did my support for me through Facebook Messenger, so that was a bit easier. We did a lot of tests, and it ended up that there was an issue with this little thing, which was causing it to get oh dear me. Oh, that's not good, Ben. That's not good at all, mate. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, don't like being unwell. That's horrible, horrible, horrible. Yeah, anyway, not interested in what you're talking about. That was the issue. I was getting inconsistent leveling, basically, which was putting the whole thing, well, the prints were coming out awful. So he arranged for a new one of those to be sent to me, which was free of charge. It came within 2 or 3 days, fitted it, pop, bang, away we go. It's been printing like a boss. Oh, glad to hear the wife's coming home. Fantastic, mate. Good news, good stuff. She can start looking after you again. Yes. So yeah, that was the issue, was that Pinder probe. So got that changed out. Don't know what's up with Derek. Got that changed out. Everything's been printing absolutely fantastically since. My MMU2 has shipped. It is now in Leeds at the UPS depot. I will get that on Monday. Now, I am considering doing a live unboxing, but everybody's done live unboxings already because, as usual, I'm fairly late to the show. But I was thinking maybe than doing a live unboxing and put together and first print and all that malarkey, I would do maybe something more along the lines of an in-depth look. Where am I from? I'm just between York and Scarborough, basically. You'll know exactly where that is, mate. You'll know where Scarborough is, and I know you'll know where York is. So what I was thinking is that if we do an unpack, but we do an unpack and then we look at the parts, and if anybody has any questions about the quality of the 3D printed parts or the bits and pieces that are used, we would just go through what's in the box rather than building it, because I think personally, I really think I'm going to need to concentrate on building it and making sure I get it right. So it's not the kind of thing I don't think I can do on a live stream. I'm not up to Joe's standards of being able to waffle, eat sweets and build MMUs at the same time. I'm going to have to sit and concentrate and do that, but I'll happily undo the box, have a look in the box, see what's in the box, see what comes in the kit, see how many parts there are, that kind of thing. If people want me to do that, I'll quite happily just sit on my own in a quiet corner and fiddle about with it. But if people do want me to do that, I'll do it. I'll do it probably evening time, maybe 8 o'clock, something like that. So if anybody from America is up in the morning, they can then watch it daytime. And it's not too late in the evening for us guys either. So it's a consideration. The other thing that is up and coming is I have another machine on the way. I'm not going to discuss it until it gets here because it's all a bit pie in the sky at the moment. With the Chinese having their week's national holiday thing that they're having at the moment, communicating with anybody over there at the moment is difficult. I have got some contacts outside of social media which I am talking to, but a lot of them are on holiday, and because they're on holiday, I quite understand that they don't want to talk to me. But yeah, I have got another machine on the way that is new to the market. A lot of people won't have seen it yet. I've got a funny feeling I did tweet a picture of it a while ago, which Ben, I think, mentioned it. And I think I could be entirely wrong, Ben, but I have a feeling when I put the picture up, you described a different machine, as if the printer that I've seen is either a printer that somebody else had tried to bring out and hadn't, or a company's bought out the rights to this design or something. I could be entirely wrong, but I just got an inkling that you'd said something, you'd mentioned a comment or something, but like I said, I could be entirely wrong. But that is an upcoming video if it turns up. Very much the same sort of style of these from a company that I've already heard of before and dealt with a bit before, but it's a brand new machine. And yeah, apparently I am on the list of people that are going to receive one to have a review of. I've got to, my only caveat from the company is that I do a video review of it. It doesn't say anywhere that I have to do a good video review of it. I can slate it if it's rubbish. And I have to do a feedback form for them as well. So I'll get a document. It'll either be to print out and then write in and then scan and upload, or it'll be an online Google Docs that I have to go through with them. So if there's any issues, anything like that, I can give them some feedback on it that they can then take back to the company and they can all look at it together, because I think they're sending quite a few out, and it'll just be, so whether it's a beta machine, I don't know, but it's something different. So we'll have to wait and see. The only thing I do know about it that I can definitely tell you, its build volume will be 300 by 300 by 400. So that's quite a nice size for a start. But apart from that, can't tell you a lot about it. I have one photograph, which isn't an official photograph, or I don't think was an official photograph, because it was given to me by the guy that said he was sending me the machine. But I haven't seen it anywhere else, and I've searched the internet for it, and it just doesn't seem to exist. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's about all I'm doing. So yeah, if you guys want to chat amongst yourselves, or you want to jump in on Google Hangouts and talk amongst yourselves, there is the link to the Google Hangouts, which I've just stuck up. What I am using something that is quite a strange setup. I am using OBS, and then I've got a plugin on OBS which turns the whole of OBS into a single camera, so it's called OBS Camera, and then that is the camera I am using on Google Hangouts, and then Google Hangouts is then streaming to YouTube, if that makes any sense. So it does mean I'm able to do all the stuff of moving myself around the screen, doing the picture in picture, all that sort of malarkey, like that, you see. But I've never used OBS as standard OBS. I've only ever used Streamlabs, and I can't get this plugin to appear in Streamlabs. It could be just this is going to be interesting.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You don't know how much technical idiot
no,
I can do.
I do this all the time. You know better than that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting you full screen when you're speaking. That's all I've got to sort out, my friend.
Yeah, it will come up. I just needed to open. I was trying Streamlabs instead of just OBS. I wanted to see if it worked with Streamlabs.
So I guess you're using this same camera plugin then, this OBS camera thing.
Yes, yeah, the virtual cam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seems to work really well.
Yeah.
It was Derek that, no, it wasn't Derek. It was, who was it who found it? Come on, shout.
Well, if you ever watch my stream, I've been doing this for ever since the day one.
Yeah, and I did wonder how you were doing it, and then I think it was Richard that found it, and he mentioned it to me, and I thought, well, while I'm doing what I'm doing, I'll just crank it up and see how it goes. And yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, no, I like it.
On screen,
and then
really, I'm not really doing
you can
anything.
take everything from Streamlabs, like the trackers, your view counter and your donations and all that stuff, and put it into OBS.
Oh, cool. Oh, brilliant. Well, that might be the way to go then.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be much more restricted on space when I go into the playroom, because the playroom is only 4 meters by 3 meters.
Oh.
So things are going to have to shrink somewhat.
Oh, that's no good. You're gonna have to.
Well, yeah, it's got to be. It's unfortunate, but it's got to be.
You got to build a bigger playroom.
No, I haven't got room for a bigger playroom. Otherwise, I would.
Yeah.
But, oh, there, I got my pop-out chat up. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck with that really, but I'm going again, Richard, because he obviously doesn't do any work at all. He spends an awful lot of time watching stuff on YouTube.
I see him on Don's channel.
He did notice that Tim Hoogland had his printers in his room on 3 tiers. So I'm kind of hoping that my 9 machines, I can get 3 tiers high in the room, and then that way I'll be able to keep them all in there. Because if I can't keep them all in there, I might as well start shipping out. I've got too many of, like my Enders. Why I bought 2 Ender 3s, you know? Because
I don't know. I got 2 of them.
Well, the first one I got was 100 quid, which is what, $90 or whatever it was at the time, which was ridiculous. And then I paid 140, I think, for the second one, but they were still just too cheap not to buy.
Yep.
But now, of course, I've got the GTEC A10 and the A10M and the 2 Enders and the GTEC A30 and the CR10 and the Prusa i3 Mark III, and then I've got to find room for the multi-material stuff to go in there as well.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to get it all in.
And now, do you have your chat popped out so you can see it on your main screen where your video is?
Yeah, basically, I've got 2 screens. On one screen, I have got Google Hangouts up with the pop-out chat from YouTube on it. Yeah. And then on the other screen, I've got everything else. So I've got OBS running, so I can look at what OBS is doing at the same time. So it sort of works like that, and it seems to work all right.
Okay.
The one thing I did wonder was whether the remote control that they have for Streamlabs that I can use on my phone or on my tablet, I can get to run with normal OBS.
That I don't know.
Because that might be quite useful.
Hey, Tom, how's it going? Filament Frenzy's in the house.
Hey, Tom. I am going to need to speak to you, Tom, about that setup for those spools for your MMU2, because, man, that is fantastic. That is really, really cool. I've just been saying to everybody I'm moving into a 4 by 3 meter shed. So, and my MMU is coming on Monday. So when I get it all built and set up, I need that set up on the wall behind, so I can just, oh, that looks fantastic, buddy, I tell you. I looked at that and it was just, oh, no, brilliant stuff. And you're going to be busy now, aren't you? You're going to have a lot of work on your day job coming up, I would think, shortly. You're going to be rushed off your feet.
The only problem with that 3-tier thing is the top one's too high, the bottom one's too low. You know, the center one's just perfect.
Yeah. Hello, Dom. The issue I've had, because the shelving I've got's got a bottom shelf as well. The issue that I've had with that is the fact that if you have any draft coming under the door in the room, those heated beds, they fluctuate a lot because they're getting a sort of blow of cold air from floor level, because of course floor level's lower. So it seems to be, certainly in this room where there is a gap under the main door in, that the machines that were on that lower level, just the bed temp would fluctuate a bit.
Otherwise, use a lower level. Use a lower level for your filament.
Yeah.
And use the top 2 tiers for printers.
I'm crazy. Last 3 days and 55 hours. I bet you are, Tom. This must be one of, well, it must be your busiest time of year, mate, basically, I suppose. I mean, I suppose we'll do a lot on Christmas and New Year, but sort of running up to November now, it'll be mental for you. So I quite understand if we don't see so much of you, because I'm sure the family will be pressurizing you to do some real work.
What does Tom do? I forgot.
He's in fireworks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And he told me, and I forgot.
Yeah, no, that's the family business, I believe. And of course, coming to Halloween now and then into Bonfire Night and November the 5th and all that, he's going to be hard at it, bless him.
Yeah.
Right, I need somebody else to come into chat now so I can get on with doing some work. So one of you guys that's just...
Don, jump in. Pop it back out there. Don will jump in.
Yeah, I'll just whack it up again just in case anybody else wants. Because I have got to get on with some work. I'll quite happily leave the stream going and I'll quite happily butt in when I get some time. But I do have to get on with some, you know, some tidying up. I've got to start compacting.
Jump in, Don. You got 40 minutes yet, so he starts in 40 minutes, so he's got time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he runs over a bit, you know, I mean, he'll probably get more viewers on my channel than he will on his own anyway.
Yeah, but he can jump in.
I'm such a bitch.
Yeah.
What am I doing now? Right. So, yeah, it's all good. It's just, like I say, it's just a matter of making room for everything, which is...
Now, have you flashed your enders yet? Have you updated them to Marlin?
I have one on I flashed, and the other one I have left as bog standard. That was always my plan. My plan was to do a lot more. I'd had a lot more time to do a lot more videos on mods versus standards on the Ender 3, but I'm just so busy at work that, as you're well aware, you're lucky if you see me for sort of quarter of an hour a week now.
Yeah.
Because everything is so full on. And then the wife goes out and buys a new puppy, which is brilliant, but it means somebody's got to watch the puppy basically 24/7. So I can't sneak down to my room because somebody has to watch the puppy. And then she decided to go away for the weekend. So I had, it's been a nightmare, but you know.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering, because one of my enders now, when I go to home it sometimes or go to print, it goes up and then starts printing. So it's printing in midair.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not good.
You got to restart it like 3 or 4 times, you know, or shut it off and leave it sit for a few minutes, and then it will go and start it, and it goes fine.
Now, do you think that's a firmware issue, or do you think that's a hardware issue? Do you think it's a sensor that's not working out where home is?
Yeah, I don't know, because it, like, when it's going up, I've pushed a sensor and it doesn't do nothing. So I don't know if it's hardware or the board or... Morning, Don. Because it, like, when it's...
Hey, Don. Morning or afternoon, I think it's for us now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I've been just farting around with it here lately. It just started doing it a couple days ago. And then my wife went into the hospital. She got a stent put in yesterday, so...
Well, I'm glad to hear she's on the mend, fella, because it's a worrying time, isn't it, when things like that happen?
Yeah. Well, she's got 6 or 7 stents now.
Right. So she's not going to have many of her own sort of main arteries left then. They're all just going to be stents now, are they?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, 2016, she had a quadruple bypass.
My goodness.
Yeah. Her first heart attack was 34.
You must be a real hard man to live with if she keeps having all these problems.
Yeah, drive her back crap crazy.
At least it's her body that's giving out, not her mind. Eh?
I got this flexible bed I bought off of eBay, and I thought they were just going to send me the sticker because it was $10.99, you know, and I thought it was just going to be the sticker. But it is some sort of stick or something underneath, you know, where it's flexible. It's pretty thick, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just
properties at all. Is it going to stick with magnets or something?
I suppose you'd have to use binder clips on it. You know.
Right.
because it's like a PEI sheet or something underneath here. I don't know. I've never really seen a PEI sheet, so I really couldn't tell you. But I'm going to try it on there.
All you need now is for your ender to actually sit on the bed so you can get it to print, eh?
Well, and I think it will help my bed be level too, because both my beds are not level. Neither one of them.
Oh, well, it's an inherent issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what machine you get. I mean, I know the Prussia's fairly good, but everything else pretty much, they've all got their little issues on bed leveling.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen one
yet.
yet.
I had the first look on it because my Tornado is on level. The bed's on level, and both my enders are on level.
Yeah.
So the last 3 printers I bought have had bad beds on them.
I mean, when you think about what sort of measurements we're talking about, like 0.5 millimeter, if you were talking about anything else, 0.5 millimeter, joinery, you know, brickwork, anything, 0.5 mil would mean nothing.
No.
But because we're working, and sometimes I think we forget that we're working to such tight tolerances that it must be really difficult for companies to be able to produce something that is absolutely level, because, you know, like I say, we're talking about 0.5 mil.
Yeah.
You know, 0.2, 0.3 of a mil. If you're doing baby stepping or stuff like that, just trying to get it absolutely spot on, we're talking about, you know, microns. You know, it's not going to be flat, is it?
No, but I mean, like them little enders, you know, they got, you know, a good mill, you know, bow in the center.
Yeah, but then you just, you know, it's a mill.
I know, but it's hard to level your bed and get stuff to stick properly, you know, but whatever. And the Tornado, that's got some sort of glass surface or some crap. I don't know what the surface actually is. So that should be, I mean, they actually guarantee theirs to be flat.
Right. Well, I mean, these G-Techs have these super build plates, which I describe them as being like a glass oven door. And they're, I mean, they're pretty good. The only issue that I've known anybody have with them is actually the glue that holds the glass plate to the aluminium bed.
Yeah.
If you whack the temperatures up on the bed and you get much over sort of 85 degrees, I have heard people say that they teal a little on the corners. It's not an issue I've had, but some people say, but I mean, again, that's down to manufacturer, isn't it? That's down to finding the glue that's going to hold at 100+ degrees, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I found a long time ago, beginning of summer, I found this stuff. I was sticking a bed on one of my enders, and it's, I don't know whether that's even the right way around. It's actually for fixing carpet into cars.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a spray glue, but it says temperature stable up to 120 degrees. So spray that on your glass bed, then stick your PEI sheet or whatever it is you want on top of that, and it holds it, and it holds it well.
Yeah.
I haven't had a failure with that yet.
I use, for the mirrors, I don't like taking them off and crap like that. I want them to stay on there, so I use this. I bought this thermal tape. You know, for like sticking heat sinks down.
Yeah.
And I use this to put my glass sheets on.
I've seen the fun you've had with mirrors. You don't want to be touching them. Once you've got one cut and fitted, you don't want to be going anywhere near it again, do you?
Yeah, well, it's glue, and you know, the glue is my problem when I use sticky glue. You know, then it has a tendency to break on me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky because I'm still where I'm working at the moment. I've still got lots of tradesmen on site. I have a guy who will cut glass for me. If I want a piece of glass, we swap most of the windows out in the property. And it just means that I can just go to him and say, oh, I need some more glass. And he'll cut me a piece and it'll be absolutely spot on the right side. He'll even polish the edges of it for me. So I'm a bit lucky at the moment.
What do you mean we're not switching?
What aren't we switching on, Richard?
I don't know. Do you got yourself highlighted?
Well, when I'm looking at the Hangouts, it's switching between you and me when you're talking.
Yeah, but it's not switching on YouTube.
Oh no.
I've had that trouble before. Sometimes it just don't switch.
Right. So what can I do about that then?
Besides,
I have no idea how to fix that one.
yeah, I have that problem once in a while, so I don't know. Besides, shut the stream down and start over.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll drop my camera out.
Yeah, that don't matter. That won't help none. What I've sat there and did is selected individual people as they talk. Kind of sucks. But when you're the mod, that's what you got to do.
I don't see this ugly mug anymore. Oh, Jay, come on now. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, Richard. And
yeah, so now it presents me.
Hang on.
It will, if you manually do it, it will do it. But automatically, it doesn't do it. But maybe it's not even doing that. Nope, still not doing that.
hey, Ben is here. Hawk 3D Proto. Good morning, Ben.
It's still not switching on YouTube. Even when you present to somebody.
That's just damn right weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well. We can talk anyways.
Yeah, it just means everybody has to look at me, which can't be nice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake already said he doesn't want to see your ugly mug anymore.
Oh, well, that's awfully kind of him. Thanks, Jake, I think.
Hey, Scalda is here. Hey, good morning, Scalda.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how we see each other, but it doesn't broadcast out to YouTube. You know, I don't know why it does that, but.
Good morning, Derek. Good afternoon.
No, it's just weird.
Yeah, another 30 minutes and then I'll be live. I hope y'all come to my channel.
You might have to pay him as much as I do.
There you go.
Excuse me, I'm just getting it. Oh, brilliant. My bill is ready. I don't want a bill. Damn you. Bloody phone companies. They want nothing but my money. Brilliant. My bill is ready. I don't want it. Right, there we go. So I can now see me on my phone. Yeah, no, it's not switching at all, is it? Fantastic.
No. You still got Don presented or something now because now it's not switching off of Don.
Oh my God.
That's because I shaved this morning. I'm such a good looking guy.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Huh?
I do that all the time. I forget to unpresent somebody or myself or something. But they still can't see it on YouTube.
No, and it's not auto presenting either. It's not swapping over anymore either.
No.
Yeah, you know, and I'm not getting any work done either. More to the point.
You always plan on getting work done and you never do.
Oh, I've got to. I have no choice in the matter. I have got to start getting some work done because otherwise I'm going to be in serious bother.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, I'm just running out of time, really.
Yeah.
I am so busy trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, you're going to be in trouble with the missus.
And I've got to, oh, hang on, what have I done now? God, it's been too long, guys. It's been too long since I've been in here. Broadcast settings. Has your guest join? Hide their audio. No. So that's all right.
Okay.
Control. That's all right. Now, I don't know. I almost give up. Yeah. I'm sorry that anybody can't see anybody else but me. It must be absolutely terrible.
That's all right. You can still sit here and halfway entertain them by talking for a little while.
You think that's entertaining?
I don't know. Some of the crazy crap we come up with, sometimes it is. You just never, ever know with us.
That's
right, John?
Never know.
I always find that pink, and now I can't find it. Of course. Freaking pink.
So, automatic support. Add new structure.
I don't know. Right, I finally got the chat back up. That's something. Yeah. So, I reckon, guys, if I can't get this stream to work, I don't want everybody sat listening to you two not being able to see you.
Oh, keep them busy for a half hour, and Don will be on.
And I do need to get on with some work. What I'll do, I'll just try.
Yes, I could do first.
Let me just try stopping the broadcast and restarting it and see if it helps at all. If it doesn't, I'm gonna bug out because, like I say, I can't entertain you guys while I'm working, and I need to work. I need to get some stuff done. So if this doesn't suddenly all work massively well, which I doubt it's going to, I'll bid you all a fond farewell. But just bear with me 2 ticks.